Hello, hello. Testing one, two, three. It looks like I was about to say music. Looks like my audio's good. Looks like my audio is very good. I'm not going to be here for too long. This is Genix, with GenixArt. And yeah, I'm actually switching it up today. I'm actually doing some vector art. I'm not going to be on here for too long because I do have work, but let's just go ahead and get to it. I'm in the middle of uploading. Actually, I guess I can just show y'all. Yeah, I'm in the middle of uploading this file, and I hope to God it's not like shoot. Looks like my Wi-Fi is kind of going a little bit slow. It's been on 68 for a minute, so hopefully hopefully my stuff will be uploaded soon. But if it doesn't, it will. It literally will, so I have no worries. Um, but yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone's doing well. I am uploading episode. I would say it's episode 15, but I know I've done more. I've done more than that many episodes. It's just I have some stuff that's like unreleased. So I don't know if I don't know if I'm gonna honestly release them because a lot of those videos were kind of like um, me reacting to certain things, reacting to like what's been going on like with the world, and I think I was like emotionally charged as well because like last year was like not too. It wasn't. It wasn't. It was a very trying year. Yeah, last year was very trying. So. Um, But this year, still a bit trying year, but here I am being more consistent with the filming, so here I am. So, I'm trying not to look backwards because I have a really horrible tendency to do that, but who else doesn't have that tendency? Also, let me make sure my phone is charging. Oh my gosh. So I'm not gonna lie, guys. I've been having like an issue with this vector illustration with the image trace. It looks like it created certain layers underneath other layers. It created multiple layers, and things are not. I won't say things are not going how they're supposed to, but they technically are. It's just, if anything, I probably would have just drawn the character and not really do the vector art or the vector design. So I actually think that's what, yeah, this is what I had to do with this one. I'm literally having to build it, like literally from scratch. So this one is vectorized, this one is not. This one obviously is vectorized, but I think I was having issues with this. And I don't want to say I'm having issues with this. I think this one's very much workable and doable. But the vectorization is such a finicky thing. I'm still like trying to learn it. It just seems like I don't know. It just seems. It does the job, but I don't know. It just feels like vectorizing is weird, guys. I'm still learning it, but I'll master it, no problem. Huh. And I guess I can talk about um, this uh, this uh, this art piece a little bit. So I have a cousin that is in Texas. Her name is Stephanie, and I just thought to myself, I need to get more work in my portfolio, and it's so interesting. Which, by the way, if you're, I don't know if anybody resonates, but if you're a graphic designer and you're trying to like, build your portfolio and you're asking people around, hey, do you have any ideas? Sometimes, like, it's better. I don't want to say it like this. Sometimes it's better to just talk to AI. Sometimes it's just better to talk to AI when it comes to, like, ideas. Like, because when it comes to people, I don't know, it's just, I don't want to say people are, like, devoid of critical thinking. But some people have good ideas, but I don't know, honey. There have been some situations where I'm like, hey, y'all got any ideas? Like, I gotta, hey, do you need some cards made or anything? And then, it's like, oh, I'm good. And then later on, it's like, yeah, they kind of did need cards made. I mean, that's happened to me before, guys. Like, I'm like asking people, hey, do you need this done or that done? Hey, do you have any ideas? Like, I'm trying to collab here. I go, oh, I don't know. And then next thing you know, you see said person collab with a whole ass other artist, or they got some branding done by somebody else, and it's just like, oh, okay, it's fine. That's why it's like, maybe go and search out. Don't just go with your friends. I'm just saying that. Like, don't just go with your friends when it comes to, like, getting, like, creative ideas, because I don't know, it's almost like a glitch in the matrix when you're, like, asking people that you would think, hey, I'm pretty sure you have some ideas, you're my friend, and then they don't. And again, no shade to my friends, no shade. Y'all have some really good ideas. It's like, I'm talking about people that I know that actually have businesses, that I know, and I'm like, hey, I'm a graphic designer, I can do these things for you. And then it's like, they're staring at me like a deer in headlights. I'm like, what the hell? So, I don't know. But then, and then another thing, strangers will support your shit, and it's such a weird ass phenomenon. Like, strangers will be the clients, and you would think the friends would be the clients, but no, sometimes it's just strangers. You would think, oh, friends or family, and then no, not really. It's such a predicament, and I used to think I'm the only one that deals with this, and apparently other people deal with it. So I'm not, you're not the only one. If you're an artist or writer or whatever that's trying to get support, and you're wondering, like, why is no one supporting me? Look, I think everybody goes through it, and the next thing let's just say, heaven forbid, something does happen, right? Next thing you know, it's like, oh my gosh, she was so talented. Oh my goodness, I loved her so much. And it's like, okay. You'll see the fakeness in the afterlife. I know this is sort of morbid, and I think I just woke up in a morbid sort of, like, mindset, so I apologize. But I feel like a lot of people, when it comes down to it, when the ultimate day does happen, and they're like a spirit, right, at their own funeral, and then they're hearing all the fake ass things, right? I don't know. It's just like, the society's giving that right now. It's just kind of weird. Like, the support's conditional. I don't know, and I'm not trying to, like, be an asshole or anything, but I'm pretty sure there are some other people that actually understand what the fuck I'm trying to say. It's just such a weird ass phenomenon. But one thing I will say is, it's very wise for artists to clock it, but don't pay too much attention to it. I will say that. Clock it, understand that maybe these friends are not going to actually support me. Sometimes you have to come to that, conclusion, and then you see it, right? And then it's like, what the fuck? But anywho, guys, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Even though, like, and I'm pretty positive. I'm pretty much a positive person, but it's just like it's so interesting because I can go on TikTok and I can be going through these thoughts, right, the days prior, and then I go on TikTok and I'm like, oh shit, here's some artists that feel the same way as me. You know, like, so we're all in this together. It's just like, when are we gonna actually wake up from that, that dream, or wake up from that realization that we're all separate? Which, again, I mean, I do believe in us being sovereign, but I also believe that we're all very much connected in an annoying way. We're very much connected. Hmm. As above, so below. Oh my gosh, this is irking me a little bit. Ah! Oh my gosh. I hope this won't cause me to go insane, but we'll see. Also, how's everyone doing and feeling? Apparently Mercury retrograde ended, but we have a post shadow period, if I'm not mistaken. So just expect, just expect some, some more Mercury tomfoolery. I guess that's what you can say. Um, just expect, things to go a little bit wonky. I definitely know. And I wouldn't say things are wonky over here. I've just been kind of like, I wouldn't say I'm like in my feelings. I would say I'm in my thoughts more than anything. Not really in my feelings. I'm in my thoughts. Um, and for good. I would say for good. Not bad, but just thoughts that I need to have. Just floating in my mind. Things that I need to think about. Stuff like that. Which, random thing about meditation, which I'm trying to do meditation a little bit more. If you have issues meditating, one thing I heard is it's not about quieting. It's not about like quieting your mind, right? It's not even about that. It's actually allowing those thoughts to come, and then, this, even with me, I'm like, okay, there's so many thoughts that are coming. Oh my goodness, close your eyes and there's like thoughts, a million of them, right? And then you're like, what's going on with me? And it's like, well, you know, people say it's trauma. People say it's like just, noise, like the noises that you hear in your mind and stuff like that. Like, you have to like sit with it. You have to let it pass. And quite literally, it's letting it pass. Even though it may be uncomfortable, it may be a revelation, but it has to pass through you, right? And then you have to be kind of like witnessing it, right? And then you let it go, and then you realize, oh wait, that was just a thought, that was just a feeling, right? And you detach from it. That's when you kind of attain, I wouldn't say gnosis. That's what they say, gnosis. I think gnosis is like when, you know, the unconscious mind and the conscious mind become one. I'm not going to say I've attained it, you know. I guess I've attained, you know, some semblance of like the unconscious and the consciousness becoming one. It's kind of a weird and interesting experience, right? If you actually go that far with meditation, you know, you have to sit for a really long time for, you know, anything to really, really work. And not a lot of people have the patience for it, so hence why we're in the world that we are in today. People can't sit still. You know, they just want to react and act, and, you know, go based on, you know, go be in survival mode and thinking that's going to give them, you know, abundance. Oh gosh. So these braids are, so when I do officially call this like done, y'all, this is gonna be, oh my gosh, these braids are gonna be so messed up and tore up. Actually, I shouldn't be claiming this. I shouldn't be claiming that. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright guys, I'm gonna look and see, like, did my thing, okay, 96%. It's 96%, guys. And that's episode 15 that I got. Oh my gosh. These braids are fighting me, people. These braids are fighting me. And I'm pretty sure y'all are like looking at me like, what the hell is this guy's problem? Like, do it this way, do it that way. Oh my god, you're going crazy. You know. I wonder if people are looking at me doing this, like, I bet you, like, people will have the mindset of like, oh, I can do that better. Alright, go ahead, you know, go ahead and pay for the, you know, pay the, what is it, $50 per month. Go ahead and get into vector illustrations, go ahead and do it. You know, it's a subscription service, honey. And then you gotta learn how to work this stuff. Go right ahead. Or you can let AI to do it. You know, if you have AI, you could probably do better than me. Who knows? But does that mean that you actually have your talent if you're using AI? Do you have talent if you're using AI? That's the question. That's a good question right there. Do you have talent if you're using AI? Mm-mm-mm. Y'all don't want to know my answer. Y'all do not want to know my answer. Actually, I may as well just go and say it. I think it takes a certain talent to come up with prompts, right? I think there's some creativity in that. Now, an AI artist, you know, I wouldn't even call them an artist. You know, if anything, they're just, I wouldn't even give them that term. I'm sorry, I just wouldn't be able to do it. Um, I would say that people that like use AI and all that, like they don't know anything about values. They don't know anything about, you know, they don't know anything about perspective. They don't know anything about, you know, just a layout. You know, the different ways to lay out a scene. You know, and trust me, I was using AI when I was like creating like I think rose bushes or something. It's okay, but like, you know, sometimes the thing is not going to know asymmetry or symmetry. You know, it's not. I mean, it can guess what the golden ratio is, which I mean, again, you know, I'm pretty sure AI could use the golden ratio to create an awesome art piece. I'm pretty sure because it's all mathematical. But at the end of the day, that does not. I mean, human creativity goes unmatched, right? But I mean, to be honest, if you're just going to be somebody that says you're an AI artist, I mean, I'm not going to laugh, but in my mind, I'm going to be like, yeah, you're just a prompter. Like, you're just an AI prompter. Like, you just prompt AI to do the thing. You're just cracking the whip, right? You're just, you know, with a couple of keystrokes and a mouse click, you know, you're literally asking this computer to be your slave to make art for you for basically for free. You know, fast food art. I wouldn't say that AI artists are actually artists unless they actually go in and actually do some Photoshop editing, right? Actually, if they do the work, if they actually use like the actual tools, you know, like actually putting input, like, you know, like you have to put some type of input other than putting a prompt and then the computer just generates a couple of things for you. Like, if you didn't have the internet, like, ask yourself, like, can you really call yourself an AI artist if there's no internet? The internet, and like, that's what I'm saying. One day, and I hate to say it like this, I at least know that, and this is the thing. I have this art back here, and I have art right here, and I have art in my other little studio space, and I have all these sketchbooks, people. Like, this is from high school. This is from high school. I mean, I don't know if y'all can see this. This is from high school, people. Like, if the internet were to go down, or technology goes down, I can just draw. So, when it comes down to it with AI artists, you know, where's your sketchbook? If the grid goes down, where's your sketchbook? You know, I have a couple of canvases. I have some oil paints. I know how to oil paint. I can paint in acrylics. I can use graphite. You know, there are actual graphic designers that can design shit without a computer. So, you know, when it comes down to it, like AI, it's very much, it's here, it's going to be around, and I have no problem with it, but when it comes down to like AI artists or people of the like, I mean, you see what I'm doing. I'm not going to say this is not fun, but this is something that you just have to do. It's boring, it's monotonous, it takes hours. It takes hours to do the craft, but then when I look at AI art, like, it's like, okay, that's all fine and great, but there's no real, you know, it feels hollow. It doesn't have flavor. It just seems cheap. It feels sterile. It's fun. It's great. I enjoy it. But, there's something to, there's something to, I'm like, shoot, okay. There's just something to, like, there's just something to, like, I don't know, to actually be able to feel the art piece, right? Like, to actually, to know that you put all this effort, the gifts that God has given me, right? I was able to create it. I'm able to channel it through my body, channel that life force energy, put it onto a canvas, or hell, even just me using this pen on here and just doing whatever I need to do. That's work. That's intentional. A prompt is intentional, but again, I wouldn't say AI artists are artists. I would say that they are prompters. That's it. We can attach AI art prompter to it, but like, I think that like the whole idea of AI artists, I'm just gonna be 100% honest. Like, where's the work? Where's the struggle? Like, because real artists actually struggle for their craft. That's all I'm going to say about that. And I'm going to quote from the magicians, right? So when I think of art, we can think of it as like magic. And I'm going to quote Eliot, and he basically said, magic doesn't come from talent, it comes from pain. You can be very talented. Like, look, I'm not going to say I'm talented, but like, again, true art comes from pain. Art comes from the fact that or magic, art, whatever, we're going to let it just be synonymous with magic. Art be synonymous with magic. It is still, if you're not actually like ready to actually bleed for your work, does it really have much value? If you're not willing to make those sacrifices for your work, to actually sit in silence and not get the gratification, then really, how can you say your work really has any value? And again, I'm not trying to equate like, oh, you have to suffer in order for you to reap the benefits of this world. I'm not trying to say that. But art takes time. Art marinates. Art is not made with barely any human input. You're just prompting a little sentence. That's it. Shoot, you're a writer. How about that? You're a prompter and a writer. You're an AI writer. Again, I'm sorry if like this is like disheartening for anybody, but I don't know. It's like, I just seen, people that do AI and then they shit on artists online, and I'm just like, okay. So I'm just adding to the discourse of that. And if anybody hears what I'm saying, cool, great. If you resonate, cool, great. If I lost a subscriber, well, I'm sorry. But, for the AI artists out there, I do want to look. I need to see more from you guys. You know, I need to see more from you guys. You know, I don't need to see, you know, things made ridiculously. Like, I don't need to see something made without taste. Like, it's so crazy because, like, you know, people are making some stuff that's like really just like, I don't know, just there just has to be some ethics when it comes to like AI. You know, just there has to be ethics, and we're already kind of seeing the ugly side of it. You know, we're already kind of seeing the ugliness of it. You know, we're seeing like people actually do things with AI that is definitely not, you know, okay. You know, so, and yeah, anyway, I know I'm gonna get off of that. I apologize, guys. Like, I literally started off this video like, hey guys, how are you guys? And then I went off into, you know, to that little I went off on the deep end. I don't know if I went off the deep end. Did I go off on the deep end, or am I actually like speaking some truth here? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. And it's 11:32. Shoot. Oh my god. Okay, it's 11:32. It is 31 minutes. So I'm gonna close out of this because I gotta get, you know, I gotta get together for work. But I'm just grateful that I actually did work on this a little bit. Still have a lot more that I gotta do, but you know, we're gonna be doing more episodes with Stephanie the Rancher. We're gonna definitely be doing more. We're just gonna be doing more. You know, we're definitely gonna be doing more. I recently had to sacrifice, you know, let's just say a certain vice, and you know, let's just say like, you know, I'm coming for everybody's heads this year and the next year and going forward. Let's just say that. You know, I will be claiming my throne. Actually, I'm in the middle of claiming my throne. And, you know, I just have to up my production of my work. So, anyways, guys, this is Gino/Genix with GenixArt. This was another episode. This is episode 16. And crazy that this is the 16th episode. It is Wednesday. It's the 13th. I'm not sure when you're gonna actually, like see this, but you know, I'm gonna try and get it edited, and maybe you'll see it tonight. Maybe you'll see it in the morning. I mean, I'm literally doing episode 15. I'm just now uploading it onto the YouTube. It should be done now. And yeah, I just need to be posting my posting every time like I make an upload. I'm really horrible with that. But anyway, don't mind me. Let me get off of here before, like, you know, the art muses takes me and then I end up getting late for work. Let's not have that happen. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And if you're not having a wonderful day, you have the power to make it better. And I'm sending you energy. Bye, guys. This is Gino, Genix, with GenixArt.